Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Scales and Tales. My name is Mervly Kwai. I'm a project manager for customer support and localization. A lot of you know me as in-game as GM Crolin. With me today I have a special guest. His name is Ryan Findall, but you know him better as GM Corralius.
They finally pulled me out of the hole that they shoved all us GMs into, and I'm very happy to be here.
Yep, so I guess we're going to have a lot of fun today. We have some cool events planned and some fun stuff, and I can see on GM Corralius' screen over there, a lot of you are already gathered at the port up from latest. So before we jumped into it, I just wanted to talk about a couple things. We had a recent update, and you guys noticed the changes to some of the jobs. As a response to that, we offered a Guardian mastery reset. So all Guardians have had their talents reset. And that's largely based on the tuning that has occurred with the Guardian class. Another thing that has been brought up to us is the Firemark Dragon that everybody has been looking for is also spawning now. So that's good. We introduced a lot of bug fixes this last patch, and hopefully you guys are seeing that in game. One of the major ones that we did was we had a lot of improvements come through to the secret apartment. And a lot of that was inaccessible for the last couple weeks, and it should be much more stable now. If you're still seeing problems with that, please let us know so we can look into them. To compensate everybody who's had a secret apartment and has not been able to access it, we're going to be offering a secret apartment comp pack, which has a pretty cool fountain in it, a house, some other additional things that you can put into your secret apartment or in an open world lot, and that's going to be coming to you early next week. Also, one last thing, today is the last day to get Nagaphene. He's going to be cycling out of the marketplace very soon. So if you're interested in the Draconic Heritage Pack or the Nagaphene Heritage Pack, I go ahead and suggest, looking for it in the marketplace, as again, he's going to be cycling out. So today we have a special event plan. In the past, we ran on the Scales and Tales broadcast, we ran a something we called the Royal Dragon Procession. And this was a large event where people had aqua dragons, and we rode them all over Puracia in honor of Izamu the Relentless Tide, one of the water dragon gods. Now, it's kind of funny because Izamu's in the game now in Dragonheart Temple, and he's got a reputation of his own lately. So that was the first Royal Dragon Procession. Now we're going to start the second one, and it's called Feast of the Ancients. And really the theme is for everybody to show off their coolest, best-looking ancient dragons. So I'm going to cut to gameplay now with GM Corralius. And as you can see, we're seated high atop a peak overlooking everybody who's already shown up. Now, we're gathering at the port up in Baerton Stormreach Island. It's a frontier island, and you get to it by going to the city called Artesia in the zone Latest. You'll fly to the north and travel up the Path of the Elders, and basically this is where you get dropped. And wow, there's a ton of people there. Wow, look at all those dragons. See a lot of Nagaphenes out there. That's bonus points and Chaotic Terrors. I even see a couple of the Alentia Ancients. You see a Recursive Nightmare out there. Really awesome, guys. So, GM Corralius and I were talking over the last week, and we're like, what do you want to ride during the procession? Because there's so many Ancients to choose from. And we went back and forth a bit about our favorite ancients. And, what's your favorite ancient?
Everybody always has that certain part of them that can never let go of that first ancient that they captured. So for me, I fluted a Skitter. Used the purple flute, fluted a 10-slot Skitter.
You made that up.
Nope.
That didn't happen.
That is the first ancient I captured.
Wow.
I fluted a 10-slot Skitter.
That's epic.
And that's...
What'd you name him?
Sticking with Skitter.
Yeah. It's kind of hard to change that, right? It's like when you play some of those old school RPGs, like how do you change the main character's name?
It's such a perfect name for what it is.
Yeah. Yep. So
I'm getting crowded out here.
Yeah, getting swarmed a little bit. That's cool. That's what GMs do. So what dragon are you going to be riding in the parade today?
Actually, we've got a really cool dragon that just came out. Many of you have already noticed it. I think it looks a bit like a mix between Falkor and Toothless, but this is going to be our Winter Solstice dragon.
Yeah.
I think.
So we just launched this pack literally a couple hours ago, and a couple of you have already seen Winter Solstice. But he's a new ancient that's come in through the marketplace. He's kind of going to be taking over Nagaphene's spot for a little bit there, and he's packaged with the Winter Heritage Bundle. That bundle's really cool in my opinion because it has a lot of utility-based items. It has transportation runes, it has dragon training whips, it also has re-education elixirs, and res dolls. So these are things that players commonly use, and we put it in the marketplace in the bundle with this dragon, and it's a really good deal if you look at what's in the pack. This dragon is available 1 per account, so every time you buy the pack, it's applied to the character you purchased it on. That's similar to the way Nagafine worked. The dragons actually, the Winter Heritage pack is just under 2,000 station cash in the marketplace now. So if you go ahead and open up the marketplace, you see it in the bottom right there, the Winter Heritage pack, and you can look at the contents. So it looks like Coralius is going to be flying Winter Solstice, and we're going to get started here in just a second. So if you guys have looked at our forum post with the dragon map, I did a awesome Photoshop job of kind of writing down or drawing a path that we're going to follow. Now, it's going to get crazy because everybody's going to be doing this at the same time, and it's going to be a little bit laggy, but, that's what parades are all about. So Coralius is going to lead us off here in just a second, and I urge you guys to follow behind him. Try and spread out a little bit because it'll make your frames a lot better. I know with a high density of flapping dragons, it's kind of becomes a little bit cumbersome on your graphics. So here we go. Car's going to lead us off. Take it away. So you guys right now, look at that. There's a bunch of ancients hanging out. They're waiting. They're smart. They've done this before. They were at the first procession. Yeah, so here we go, and turn around and let's see what we can get a look at who's following you.
I'm already getting overtaken. All right, let's see. Looks like we've got a few of them following. The rest of the group is spacing out, which is good.
Yeah, we're cheating a little bit because our broadcast is a couple minutes before. So everybody will realize and then catch up and start following us. So go for it, guys. So we're basically flying through Baerton Stormreach Islands. You can slow up a little bit. Let's let them catch up a little bit. So this is one of the frontier islands. It's kind of an underpopulated one, but we picked this location because we thought it would be neat to just generally show off this island. And there you can see people coming through now. There's a lot of them. But yeah, so we're going to fly through, and the goal of the parade is just kind of to show off our dragons and have something fun to do. Because part of the game, a big part of Dragon's Prophet is the relationship between the player and the dragon and that whole social aspect of catching them. I was talking to a player earlier in game who spammed me when I was on my GM account repeatedly. Sorry, Tyrana, I'm going to call you out, but repeatedly spammed me because she had captured a recursive nightmare and it happened to be 10 slot, and I know that feeling. I know that when I get on an ancient dragon and I'm trying to capture it, my fingers are shaking. Like, I'm way too excited, way more than I should be. But when you finally grab it and it's not a 4 slot Balge, then you're totally stoked about it. So that's part of what the game is about. And what better way to showcase your dragon than everybody kind of grabbing them out and flying them around. So on Baerton Stormreach Island, I set up a GM house, and it was a process where I kind of had this secret home decorating competition where I did some in-game shouts, and Auratia's home decorators sent me a message with a location of their house, and I went and took a look and picked some of the people who I thought were very passionate about house building. And over the last week, we've worked together to build a mansion in the southern part of this zone, and that's where the parade's going to end.
I'm going to hold up here just a little bit. We've got either left or right path, and I don't want to lose too many people here, so...
Yeah, make sure you turn right at the fork. That's the common rule, right? Whenever you're faced with a fork choice, go right.
Always choose the right path.
Always go right.
Looks... Oh, nice, a death knell. Who is that? There's no way I'm going to be able to tell who that is with all these people here. This is fantastic. I'm really happy to see so many people you came out to this event.
Yep. So we're going to continue flying along the island, and if you're lost, I guarantee that if you just fly around for a little bit, you'll see the horde of flapping wings. And Coralius had his map open just then, so you can see where we are in the parade currently. It looks like we're coming back around, headed towards the Citadel now. So if you're trying to catch up, head towards the Citadel.
So you asked me what my favorite dragon was. What was your favorite ancient? And not only what was your favorite ancient, what was the most difficult ancient for you to capture?
That's fair, I guess. So my favorite ancient, and it's a story of like what you mentioned. It was my first ancient dragon, Indigo Flare, and I named him Asparagus, and that's how the asparagus thing happened. And it's because of his tail. I've said this so many times on the live stream. I'm sure you guys probably could have quoted my dragon's name, but yeah, he's Asparagus, and rest his soul. He's sitting on his living dragon statue in my house now, and this is of course on my play account. But I loved him for a long time. He was a really good dragon. The most difficult dragon for me to capture was Cobalt Lightning. And this was in the early stages of open beta. I was leveling in Latest, and I saw like that shadow overhead.
Right.
And I jumped on his back. There were like 5 or 6 other people there, but they couldn't capture him. And jumped on his back, and he kicked me off, and I was totally bummed, like super upset. I was like, well, that's the coolest looking dragon ever, but yeah, I failed, Dartok style. And,
No, Dartok style, you just hack and you get it.
Oh,
That's
yeah, I have to set my stats up, right?
You'd be, back then open beta, you'd be setting your charisma all the way up.
Yeah. Yep, so, the other players failed too, and then I jumped on Cobalt's back and I got him. And he was awesome, and this is before I knew any better, and it was a 6 slot, but I was super happy about it.
Nice. Remember you saying Cobalt was one of your favorites because it blue and yellow like the Chargers?
San Diego Chargers, well, I don't know. Let's not ever reference that again. I'm not going to talk about the Chargers.
I'm just looking at my in-game chat. I don't know what's going on the Twitch chat right now, but a lot of people are asking me, will you rate my Skitter? 10 out of 10, no matter what slot it is.
Nice.
That's the answer on that one.
Right on.
You can get an 11, depending on how hard you train it, but
oh, you're such a
that's
troll.
all to you guys.
Yeah, let's answer some questions. I'm going to ask you, this is what we do, right? A lot of people ask the GMs where certain dragon spawns. Where do these ancient dragon spawns? I want ancient dragons. Tell me. If you look at my chat any given time, there's like at least 15 tells about, Lunar Frost or Recursive Nightmare or anything like that. And, yeah, we don't really give out information about that stuff. In fact, we give out misinformation about that stuff.
I was about to correct you there. We don't give out any true information on things like that. So,
right. So someone asked me how to catch Balge the other day, and I said, head to New Rules Lair, which is borderline accurate, and walk in backwards. Make sure that you jump 3 times before you go through the zone, and there you go. He'll spawn. You heard it first. Dare you to try it. Don't yell at me when it doesn't work.
And same thing. I think my favorite was probably telling somebody that to capture Liquid Silver, which is one of the ancients people are really... I can't duel you while I'm flying right now. Silly players. Somebody asked me how to catch Liquid Silver, and I told them, all right, here's what you got to do. You got to go catch Balge on your exactly 2,000th run. Any more, any less, not going to get it. Run Dragonheart's Temple on 10-man raid, which is, as you know, very difficult as it is. 10-man raid, hard mode, single man all the way through. Liquid will be waiting for you at the end.
And how'd that work out?
I don't think he got it. I've been following
Must
him.
have had bad luck or something. Happens every
know.
once in a while.
Didn't walk in backwards. That's what it was.
Yeah, and jump. Got to remember to jump. So we're flying now in the southern part of the island, and it looks like we're getting towards the end of the parade route. Now, this is the house that we set up. It's called the Casa de Crolin right now. Excellent name, in my opinion. But there's also an area there called the Feast of the Ancients, and that's basically just kind of a role-play-ish area that we set up because we have a couple contests that I'd like to talk about. The first one is a Match Your Ancient Dragon contest. So everybody who's flying in the parade right now has the opportunity to put on a gear set that matches any dragon, but preferably an ancient. If you match your ancient exactly, there's a good chance that you can win one of the best prizes we've ever given away, in my opinion, in the history of the game, if you like that sort of thing. It's not any Uber items or anything, but basically what you have to do is take a picture of your character. And Corralius has been planning ahead, and he's got some great combinations of matching his ancients, so he'll pull them out here in a second.
I'll pull them out when I'm showing off the Feast of the Ancients right now. We've got a lot of the new themed items set out here. Actually, let me drop down here for a minute. We have a lot of cool themed items. You'll see, let's see, what do we have here?
Some of the Thanksgiving housing items. There's a couple dragons that you're probably going to spam me later and say, what is this dragon? I've never seen this dragon before. And I'll just pretend like I didn't hear that. That's right, final guys.
Would you like me to run back to your place now that they've seen?
No,
Feast
just
of the
hang out there
Ancients?
for a little bit. So why don't you go ahead and pull out some of your costumes that match your ages. So if you guys take pictures of your character wearing a costume that perfectly matches one of your ancient dragons, that's not bad.
It's not too bad. It's kind of a blue and silver. Tried to match Twilight Ocean and every other dragon that's surrounding me right now. So we've got Twilight Ocean. We've got Dark Flame out here as well.
Yep, so if you match them exactly, what you do is take a screenshot of that and tweet it to @dragons_profit and @Krolin on Twitter. And the winner, I'm going to announce the prize. Are you ready?
Yep.
I think this is a cool prize. You might not. But the winner of the screenshot competition, who in our opinion matches your ancient the best out of anyone else, is going to win what we call a color bank unlock. That basically means we are going to unlock every color palette for your character to have on a permanent basis. So you won't have to spin the wheel thing. You won't have to try and get them through any other means. The winner has every color in the game unlocked.
You won't get the same color 4 or 5 different times.
Yep. So that's incentive for you guys to take the best screenshots possible. And, you know, runners-up are going to get something great, too. Now, people have been asking me over the last week, well, I like the parade, but what do I get? So back at the ranch, GM Vaden is capturing everybody who's here right now, and we're going to be sending you an in-game mail, likely sometime over the weekend or through Monday. Depends how long it takes us to distribute them. But you're going to get an in-game mail that has a couple items just for attending the event. The theme is Feast of the Ancients, so it's highly likely that you're going to get something like purple flutes to try and capture your first ancient dragons, or get more, or maybe get that 10 slot that you've been looking for.
Do we want to pull that up? It's been spamming chat. I don't know.
That's fine.
Think I'm gonna let that one go.
Yeah. So go ahead and fly down to our house, the Casa de Krolin house.
Casa de Krolin.
Yeah. And so this is the house that the decorators were helping get prepared, and there's a whole bunch of you guys there now. Wow. It's been cool because over the last week, it's just been me and 1 or 2 people here building this thing. And, you know, it's great to see everybody showing up. So take your screenshots here if you're going to enter the competition to win the free color bank unlock. And we're going to have a couple other things going on now as well. So for the stream, we're gonna keep showing off some stuff in a little bit, but we're going to do some things afterwards. When the stream ends, we're going to go back and we're going to have kind of like we call it the Dragon Dance Party. Now, that's a little weird, but we don't have a better name for it right now. But it's generally a congregation of the GMs and the players just kind of hanging out for a little bit. And then after that, we're going to head up to the mines, and we're going to have a fight. And I mean a Dragon's Prophet style PvP fight. And it's pretty much going to be this guy right here and me versus all of you.
Was Vaden going to come in on that?
Yeah,
Possibly,
I think,
maybe?
Yeah, Vaden's going to be there, so you get a chance to hit him if you'd like that. But it's going to be your GMs in the mines on this island, and we kind of have an award. So if you manage to get the killing blow on one of the GMs, you're going to get another sweet item that's pretty much not been released in any other capacity. So it's an exclusive reward. Yeah, but you have to get the killing blow on us. Now, I heard some people talking earlier when I leaked the event. They basically said they're going to kill the competition off so they can ensure that they get the kill on the GMs.
Do we want to release who that was? Maybe put a bounty over?
Yeah, probably not.
Certain somebody?
I think they're revered enough as it is. But, yeah, so you get a chance to kill me. That's going to be difficult. I cheat. I cheat a lot. So, yeah, good luck with that.
Nobody's even seen how much I cheat yet, so that'll be a welcome or not so welcome award for whoever gets the final blow on me.
Yeah, that'll be a shock.
There are a ton of people here. It's fantastic.
Yeah. No GM commands. Oh, there's going to be GM commands. You better believe it. Like AoE mass death plus your dragon death. Wait till you see that one.
We've got multitudes of GM commands set up on one macro. So we'll be sitting there, hit 1 or 2 buttons. Everybody around us is going to die.
Yeah.
So
just wait to see the AoE teleport everybody to Juno Crystal Gallery and set you there. Yeah, that'll be great. That's a fun one. I like that button.
Everybody will love that. Maybe some of the 90s running on 90 hard mode. Maybe get some new gear for you guys.
Yeah.
See how that goes.
If you guys get any really good shots of the event too, just screens. I always love that stuff. So if you tweet it to me as well, or you can actually just submit it through the forums. I like giving out pet codes for that kind of stuff too. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and do it. That is a lot of dragons.
I think
The flapping is super loud.
the flapping is loud. I think this one pretty much knocks the Aqua Dragon procession out of the water.
That was a pun.
A little bit.
I
a
got
little
it.
bit.
I see what you did there.
It was bad, but it was necessary. It was needed. Nobody's laughing though.
Yeah.
No, nobody.
I'll laugh. Haha. Good one.
It was something.
Yeah. I wanted to give a shout out to the home designers who helped build these lots because I think they look great. That was Kanan, Panzer Goddess, Ludicia, Lady Ashley, Catherine, and Kiazi.
Actually, do we have a little bit of time to go through?
Yeah, sure, you can
if
show it
we're
up.
going to be able to see it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can come back here anytime. These houses are going to be here for a while. I'm actually at my house pretty often when I'm doing normal stuff, like trying on the coolest gear in the game because I want to look awesome.
Just took you how long?
Six-
Maybe six
No,
hours?
2 hours.
Six
Fine.
hours?
Way longer than it should have. But I like my look. It's good, isn't it? Tell me I look cool. Validate me.
You guys can tell him he looks cool. I won't degrade myself to
Okay.
something like that.
Well, I think I look cool, and that's all that matters.
At least you have your priorities straight.
Exactly.
Where's the room where you keep all the gear? All the gear we take from those who've been banned.
I'm getting hazed for mispronouncing Casey's name. K. Help me. Help me pronounce it.
No, it's Casey, right?
No,
That's-
there's an I. Clearly an I. K. Kayazi.
Casey?
That's my best effort. That's
K-
all I got.
Kazai?
See? We had
Keezy.
when we were walking over here, I'm like, Ryan, how do you say your
Casey.
GM name?
It's like, say it however you want. That's how it is. I think I'll know who you're talking about.
Because we just say first names, right? I'm Merv, he's Ryan, but no, I'm Krolin now, yeah. And he's Coralius.
Coralius?
That's what we decided on.
Something like that?
Yeah.
Very empowering name.
Yeah. I should have picked an easy name like Dartok or Tanthor. Like, you can't mess those up.
Somebody probably could. Bet you somebody out there.
Yeah.
Got this sweet spire in here. Nobody's.
What is that out? Is that your liquid silver outfit?
Yeah, it is. actually.
Nice.
It's all spiky. Now you can finally see it. Still getting swarmed by players. It's all spiky. Went through our bring on the fight. I went through our cool database there, pulled up some items that may or may not be in there. So
Hacking a little, nice.
hacking already before the fight's even begun.
Oh, Archex, I'm waiting for you too, buddy. I can't wait. I'm getting the PvP call. Want me to come out and yeah, you saw me in Dragonheart the other night. You know, it's up to you. That crescent wave doesn't seem nerfed for me at all. Just saying.
How's that? There are a few skills in the Guardian tree. One of
Oh
them-
yeah, right. We talked about this. Okay, guys, you're gonna hear it first. There is a Guardian mastery called Breakdown. You know it. I know it. Everybody who plays a Guardian knows it. GM Coralius happens to be our expert on Guardians, so we're actually finally gonna know what this skill does. Coralius, take it away.
So I put 3 points into this, and I like to call them. Actually, let's not get into that. So the way the skill works is it says. I think actually, let me just change it over to Guardian so I can bring.
I
that
thought
up
you
to
were the
guys.
expert on this, man. This is
I-
Breakdown.
I
We-
want to get
this
this wording absolutely right for you guys. So it says the Guardian gains an improved chance to stun their target when using combat ability. Note, this mastery is currently under construction. So when I see that, I was like, okay, cool. Anything that has stuns on it, I'm game. That's what I'm going for because that's the PvP game I like to play. I like to hit a lot of stuns hard and follow up with a lot of burst damage. So I saw that, going, all right, I'll put 3 in it. And I like to say it runs on belief points. So depending on how many points you put into it, that's how hard you want to believe that it's doing something.
Yeah. Do you have to
So,
believe like when you push buttons too? Does that help?
You have to always believe. Every
Oh.
time you log in, you have to believe. Believe that it's gonna work.
And
Like,
you guys heard it first from the Guardian expert.
I believed so hard that I let loose a Sunlit Chain and my enemy was stunned for 15 seconds.
It's not
That-
called that anymore.
It's not called that. It's
No.
called
It's called something else.
called
Razor Tempest
Razor
or
Tempest?
Solar Flurry, something. Anyway,
Solar-
but you're right, because
Solar
he told
Flurry,
me this the other
right.
day. He told me that that's how Breakdown works. And I'm like, put points into Breakdown. And I believe now. I believe. With my free Guardian reset, I put points in Breakdown.
How's that working for you so far?
I just believe. And things happen for me. I mean, I walk into a dungeon and the ancient I was trying to capture didn't spawn, so maybe Breakdown affects,
Right.
how quickly ancients don't spawn.
Five
Could
out
be.
of 5. Maybe you'll pull a bulge on your 1,000th run instead of your 2,000th run.
Yeah, nice.
Maybe that'll help.
Yeah. All right, so one other thing I wanted to mention was the Kindred Wheel. Open the Kindred Wheel. You guys love this thing, right? I do. I think it's cool.
Use it all the time.
Yeah.
So many friends.
Yeah, wow. Your only friend is GM Vaden? Really?
Not
Are
on
you
my
each
GM
other's
account.
only friend?
Sometimes. Yes.
Oh, maybe I should follow that rule. I have way too many people on mine. It crashes sometimes. But anyway, so the items on the Kindred Wheel are going to change. And we're going to put a dragon on there. And it's going to be awesome. So we don't know how frequently we're gonna shift the items around on there, but we've heard your requests, and we're gonna put a pretty sweet dragon on that Kindred Wheel, and you have a chance to win it among other stuff there as well. We also have been talking about, just in passing, having new dragons on the marketplace for dragon insignias as well as station cash. And we'll have more detail about that during our next web stream. We can actually show them off and how that's going to work. But it's something that we've been talking about.
People are asking about the new ancient again, so I'm just gonna pull that out and show it off in front of your house for everybody.
Cool. See a couple people flying around there.
Nice. It's working well.
I like him for no other reason than he looks different than every other ancient. I remember when I was going through the localization process trying to come up with this guy's name and pulled it out, and the names Falcor, that came to mind. Snow Fury, something came to mind, but yeah. Settled on Winter Solstice.
I'm a huge fan of Neverending Story, don't get me wrong. So I saw this, and Falcor is the first thing I thought of. People are saying, oh, hey, it's totally toothless. I'm like, well, yes, that too. Definitely not the first thing that comes to mind, but I can see the way the head is shaped. Not sure about where the ears came from, but I see it.
Everything is better with ears.
Everything is better with ears.
Yeah, because then it can hear. Are you going to name your character Atreyu and then ride that around?
I think I might have to.
I don't think we're allowed to do that.
I think
Probably a no-go. I see people, I've been monologuing way too long, and I went back to the game client, and then people are attacking me already. You guys, this is going to happen in the mines, okay? I'm trying to have some of this feast that's set out here. You don't need to be attacking me while I'm playing.
So do you have any few names that you think are gonna take you out?
Yes. Everybody on Chronos. Everybody in Final. Let's see. Yeah, especially Talons. I know Talons probably has a special combo loaded for me. Rage will probably get a couple good hits in. I got it coming. But that's okay because, I have 10 million HP, invulnerability, and AoE death. So we'll make it happen.
I don't think I have that AoE death one. You gotta show me that. I'll be running a few other things that are
it's pretty
interesting.
secret.
Maybe some rampage skills that you guys might have to worry about or listen to my chat
Word.
for some hints.
Cool. Yep, so we're going to send the in-game mails out with your rewards. It'll have a thanks for attending the Feast of the Ancients Royal Dragon Procession. That'll be coming to you sometime this weekend. May take until Monday, depending on how many people we need to send it out to. So please just be patient for that. Get your good screenshots of the event and tweet them to me at Krolin and at Dragons_Profit for a chance to win the ultimate prize, which is an unlock of your color bank. Your entire color palette will be unlocked for you to use any of them whenever you want if you win. To win, you have to match your dragon, Ancient Dragon, perfectly with your character armor. Or at least be passionate or come up with something creative. So that's pretty much how it's going to go. Now, we're actually going to hop off the stream, but we're going to remain in-game. And we have a couple festivities that are going to go on, like the Feast of the Ancients. Myself, Ryan, GM Kara will be there. Vaden will be there as well. And then we're going to head up to the mine. I'll do an in-game zone chat when we're going to head to the mine and we can get the PvP portion underway. But that pretty much wraps it up for the parade today, and thanks everybody for coming out. It was really great to see you on all their ancients. You know, when we were getting set up to do the stream and everybody was just standing there waiting, it was a really, really awesome shot. So, yep, thanks for coming out.
All I gotta say is thank you once again, as Crolin/Merv said. Thank you to everybody that came out. This is amazing. So much better than the Aqua one, just because I'm here.
Don't hate on it. Okay, I thought you were gonna bring up a bad Izamu joke.
Oh no, we've said way too many jokes about Izamu now.
Yeah.
So
it's good for you guys to see GM Kara also. So now when you're submitting a rage ticket, you know who's sitting on the other end answering it. Be nice to him. He's a nice guy.
Sometimes.
Give some pity in your GM tickets to GM Kara. All right, guys. Yeah, we're done with the stream now, and we're gonna meet you in game in just a little bit. Thanks everybody for coming out, and thanks for watching Scales and Tails. Have a good weekend.
Nice meeting all you guys. Have a good one.